Hi, I'm Meesh.
And I'm Dee.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching Bridging the Rift.
Let's go, part 4.
Part 4 and 5 today. We got very positive feedback from
the first one.
The first 3 parts.
Yep.
We're very surprised how good this documentary is.
Oh my gosh.
We're blown away.
Yeah, watching this documentary, you can tell they put so much time and effort into it.
Just like Arcane.
Just like, you just gotta love a show that really is so obsessed and really puts their passion and everything into a show. And I think because of that, it's our duty as like the viewer to like give them the respect by watching this type of stuff. It's obviously super entertaining for us.
Yeah,
and
because we already love Arcane.
Yeah.
So I felt like it makes us more invested in the documentary.
For sure. We didn't come into this with like prior knowledge of League of Legends or Arcane or anything. So besides just watching the television show, I think we come in with a unique perspective and or with a fresh brain.
I feel like a lot of Arcane viewers too don't know about the documentary or they don't
I
give
saw
it a chance.
Someone had commented saying that they didn't even know about it.
Yeah, I felt like we were very blessed because we were part of this reaction channel and our viewers and our editor telling us that we should watch this.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're missing out because it just has so many good nuggets that we would have never known from watching for the documentary.
Yeah. Or even just watching from the television show. But that's what the cool thing is. Like maybe hopefully people can see our videos and it gives more people reason to watch the actual, YouTube videos. It's free, easily accessible for anyone to watch. So yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Or if not, you can just watch with us.
We will have the full uncut version on Patreon.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that,
check the link in our description.
Yes.
Let's jump into it.
Let's get into it. Musical misfits.
Yeah.
I've been waiting all week to watch this.
Yeah.
Time to prove them all wrong once again.
Silco.
We're gonna have B. Miller in here.
We've worked on all kinds of genres at this point, and when Arcane came about, we said, hey, we're gonna craft a full album of all these different songs, of all these different genres. It really was the culmination of all the different skill sets that we've developed over the many years on the music team to craft something that's really unparalleled.
Think it's time to say goodbye.
Chills.
Ooh. Oh, I love that song. I've been listening to this on their album.
Oh yeah, I need to listen to the soundtrack. Shit. All right, y'all gonna make fun of me. Part 4, musical misfits, LA.
Welcome to my studio in North Hollywood. This is where we make some of the music for Arcane. Prefer dark, no windows. I love this space so much. It's the first time I've been able to have like an actual piano.
Cute studio.
I've got the most important instrument of them all.
Actually, a lot of studios are in North Hollywood.
The French horn here.
We went to Juilliard as a French horn player.
Oh, he went to Juilliard.
That career failed. He became a really successful pop artist.
Oh, wow.
Sick. Hey.
I've been working with Riot since about 2016. Each year for their Worlds event, the biggest esports tournament probably ever, we write an anthem for them. So like a big pop song. Legends Never Die was the first like Worlds anthem that I wrote.
That's sick. Oh, he writes them.
That's very cool. I feel like I heard that song a lot too.
Yeah.
The first time I heard about Arcane was pretty much a series of index cards stuck to the acoustic treatment in Christian's composing room. Technically, he was still a composer then, but he had the story that he wanted to tell, and he had ideas for who he wanted to help him tell it.
Music on Arcane started with Alex Temple, who is just an incredible composer.
I'd done shorter form narrative, whether it's like a 3 to 5 minute trailer or things like that, but nothing approaching the scope of Arcane.
That's so, like all of them are like newbies,
Yeah,
like
they're all
it's
trying
like
to
the first
figure it
time.
out.
Yeah.
And it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
I think when working on a theme, you want something that clearly makes a statement about who this character is, but you also want something that's adaptable. So this is the beginning of episode 3.
Look at that screen.
Oh.
Vocal melody that comes in.
Oh. My
Holy shit.
God.
So for example,
I love
character Silco. He's kind of one of the villains of the show. He's a complex character. He has good reasons for some of his motives, but
I remember that.
sort of
crazy.
The music that I ended up writing for him.
I swear music literally makes me
I love
cry.
seeing this background. This is so cool.
Welcoming.
I know I have chills.
Kind of seductive in a way.
Yeah. It's like only music and film
Music sets
and
the
sports
mood.
literally makes me cry. This is like already my favorite part out of all bridging the riff so far.
Yeah.
We really wanted to have just melodies, you know, for characters. Like, really, like you should feel like you remember this character in this moment when you hear this melody.
Wow.
They're always there, but sometimes they're darker, sometimes they're brighter, sometimes they're faster, but they're always there.
Each character has their own
Alex Temple, the lead composer,
melody.
He's just such a god-tier orchestra composer, like to a level I can't get to.
First violins at bar 13 can play that out a little more.
Okay.
Let's go. They're in Berlin.
Germany.
Wow. This guy outsourcing all the
Asking
way to
everyone from
Germany?
Europe.
So I listened to just all this Mahler and like Bruckner and all these people.
These
and
people
so I
are
thought I
so
was-
like just musical
taste.
geniuses. Yeah.
The specific recording of George Schulte from 1975, I prefer the third movement versus the Bernstein recording. And you're like, okay, all right, you win the nerd contest.
Wow. Oh, this is the violinist.
Ray Chen.
Oh.
Is that him?
Oh,
There he is.
chills.
That's
He
so
really
cool
does
how-
look like his character too,
That's so
huh?
cool. How they made a cameo for him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I wish I can play the violin.
He's probably the
I feel like I would
first
kill that shit,
classical
too.
violinist who plays on like a $20 million Stradivarius to an animated series.
Wow.
He's got a lot of patience. A lot of the time, the music I put in front of him, it's written because we know he can play it.
Oh my goodness.
That scene, yeah.
So sick. Look at his face. I wonder what's gonna happen to him in season 2. He gonna like turn into a
I've
monster
been
or
doing
something?
orchestra stuff with Alex Temple for about 2.5 years. And it was only about a year ago that we were like, let's do a 11, 12 song pop soundtrack to go with the show.
Nuts.
Oh, I love this song.
Yeah.
I listen to this song a lot too. It's so vibey.
Yeah.
We knew that we also wanted to
Very like
special moments in every episode.
80s, 90s vibes
So
too.
with the editors and the directors of our team, we tried to find a moment where the music can actually take over and be in the spotlight.
Oh, the echo and
Yeah.
Jake's
Oh
part.
gosh. Good ear. Oh, here we go. Pusha T.
All these great, amazing artists, and the story is amazing, and the animation is amazing. The score is amazing. The sound is great.
Look
the
at his
music has to
shirt.
be
He has like the
good too.
echo
The songs have to be
on
good.
his chest. It's cool.
Oh.
Sebastian is like ultimate homie for me.
Ultimate homie.
We did Rise together,
Damn.
we did Awaken together. I cannot wait to work with him any
Ooh.
chance I get.
I think we're gonna get into those.
Sebastian
I
is
want to watch
interesting
those.
Yeah.
I remember in his interview, we always asked him, like, what kind of song would you make for this character, for that moment? And he would always just go, I don't know. And so we were like, we don't know if he's the right guy for the job. And then you just start hearing the songs, and all of a sudden you're just blown away. He's the kind of person that just does, but doesn't talk about it.
But Arcane, the extra difficulty was that the purpose of the
sure,
song is
yeah.
for a scene, is for the story.
Yep. Oh, this song is my favorite.
So good.
It's so
Unlike
good.
other movies and shows that might have just like a standalone incidental soundtrack of pop
It's so
artists,
dark
we
and
actually
Yeah.
wrote
pretty
this
and
to
powerful.
picture
Yeah.
the way that you would score something.
And the chorus is fire. I like it's so perfect for this scene.
Yeah.
His voice is
I know
nice
for
too.
Sebastian and myself, it was like really difficult to like figure out that language where we're getting things to feel like a song, but also getting them to dodge between dialogue or like hit peak moments to picture, which might not be happening at a set tempo.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that, I didn't even know that's how she looks
When we
like.
worked with B. Miller, she had recorded some really amazing improvisations. Like this for example, is
Her voice is so good. Fire.
she totally understood
so
the
good.
vibe of what we were trying to convey, descending into Zon, and it just was perfect.
Damn.
She's sick. She got that Paramore vibes.
Yeah, she does.
We would have this issue that we would approach all these artists and we'd say, hey, we want to make music with you, make these songs. And they'd say, oh, cool, that's awesome. When do they go out? And we would tell them, like, oh, in 2 years. And they would go, oh, never mind. You know, so what we did instead is to actually write the songs
God
ourselves.
damn, who is that?
And then bring on the artist to kind of like, you know, either to sing it or find their version of it.
This song.
So good. So good.
So
Funny
good.
enough, we didn't even
chills.
initially think about Wood Kid for this song. We had him for a different one, and he happened to hear this demo and went, "Oh, let me do that one instead."
Oh, he's
Wood Kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one.
And
So
it was
good.
the greatest thing that could have ever happened. This was like sort of an action
It was
piece
so
when I had first
emotional.
written it, and
Yeah.
then he turned it into the most.
I feel like our reactions are like the same for this. We're just like, it's so good, but it's like, that's, like, everything is so good.
But yeah, so like it always just
Milo
starts here, and then you
screaming.
never quite know what it's gonna end up being.
The other
should
big
see.
one was the Jinx Echo fight in episode 7. We have some ideas of who could be super cool. Like, okay, let's
They didn't want Kanye?
let's see what can, you know, let's send the track to them and see do they want to do it, and also, you know,
Pusha T is a good one though. His voice is like
You know,
gritty
Denzel
like
Curry
that.
was one of them.
Oh, Denzel Curry. Oh, he's on this
interesting.
one. He's an LA kid too.
Just might kick your butt, go run amok, then paint
Oh,
my nails. Never learn to raise my head.
And Brent Joy, he sent us a demo that was kind of sounded like a female vocal. I was like, oh, that's a really cool, catchy
I don't know who Brent
kind
Joy
of
is.
chorus part. Turns out it was him just pitched up. All
Almost
three
like
sent us really
Doja
awesome
vibes too, huh?
Yeah,
so
a
we
little
got three
bit.
demos, like, oh my god, like, what can we do? A little bit of a challenge just from having so much good material. How do we make it in? How do we make 3 songs into one song? Let's try to use all 3.
Sick.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Oh, so it's all three
of them.
That's crazy. I
That's
didn't realize that many
sick.
people were in this song.
Yeah.
Working with Christian is pretty special because he's a musician. That's also another great thing about him is
cool.
that he's not gonna waste time. If it's not great, he'll tell you.
You know, the first time I met him, he came onto campus, very quiet, very unassuming, other than, of course, the neck tattoo. And, you know, I'm like, so, you know, tell me, what jobs have you worked? What have you done prior to coming here? And he's like, oh, well, you know, I did some music. You know, I was in a band. I
Okay.
traveled around Europe, doing some tour kind of
Oh,
stuff.
damn.
I was like, don't care. How well will you serve the players? It took me a little while to realize that he was, in fact, a big deal.
I'm dead.
I believe he told me the
What?
biggest audience he played in front
Man
of
with many
was
talents.
like 100,000 people.
Yeah. 100,000.
Christian's a freak
The hell?
because
Got it.
he gives us feedback.
Renaissance
like,
man?
No, the cello needs to be an octave lower, and it needs to be this dynamic. Like he just
Wow.
knows how to speak music. That's my
Wow.
favorite Christian feedback. When I released my album, I had one song that I was like super into, and I'm still really happy with it. But I just remember Christian was like, and Christian liked it when I was working on it. And then he heard the final, he's like, "It sounds unfinished."
You know,
Do more.
you gotta break them before we can build them up.
Yeah, we're also.
Blossom like a flower.
dependence.
He goes to give us high fives, and we flinch.
Yeah.
We're all so broken.
Blink twice.
Seriously.
It's the last.
I'm sure these guys were hella
song
stressed.
we had to come up with, and this one was
The hardest one.
yeah,
The concept was
ambitious.
ambitious and hard to execute.
Oh, that song was so cool. That song was so cool
Fire.
during this
I go into it
scene.
knowing like, by the way, this is the big champion moment for Vi and for Jace, and
Oh,
this needs to
what's
be
the
great.
background
And
for
you
the
just-
song?
Yeah.
You're gonna question every choice you make because it's like, but is it great? Someone had recommended Paris, you know, just because she has a really cool sound.
You heard of
And
them,
then we
right?
just kinda went,
You heard of her?
Maybe we should
heard
just
of
let her do her thing.
I don't think so.
I've seen her name a lot.
I like the way she spells her name though. It's cool.
But it was such a like fun pop song during that scene.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
She's right.
You know, her voice just feels like
Feels
kind
like
of something
Vi.
that
Yeah,
Vi
it
would.
does feel like Vi.
Attitude's really, really fun. She even has like the shaved side and then like the nose ring. I was like, she kind of is Vi.
She even got the eyebrow, the eyebrow shade, the shaved eyebrow.
Yeah.
Damn, these people are.
Magic Dragons.
Here we go.
This is Daniel Platzman, our drummer. How's it going?
Damn, I love his
Ben
fit.
McKee,
Look at those
the
slacks
bass
and that
Yeah.
shirt.
player.
They look crispy.
And Wayne Sermon, the guitarist. And this wasn't planned at all. I
It
can't believe
is.
you guys are in here. Vi is actually the player that I play on League of Legends, so I definitely
Oh.
associated with it.
Cool.
Yeah. The three of us played. We have definitely been late on stage in front of, I don't know, tens of thousands of people, maybe hundreds of thousands of people, because we were finishing
They're playing
ranked
League.
League of Legends game. Yeah. And we didn't want to
How
get banned.
funny.
I love Riot. We've worked with
What?
them for a long time, and we've been a part of the community
That's
for
so-
years. And I love Christian. We vibed out. He told me about what he'd been working on. He showed me a lot of slides and storyboard. At that time, it was in the very early stages of Arcane. But it was enough that I understood the dynamic at play with, you know, the sisters. And, you know, as far as enemy goes, I think there's a lot of times in people's lives where you just feel like alone, or you feel isolated. And that song is written in isolation and feeling kind of you against the world. Searching to behold stories in a tone.
Damn, his voice is so good. How can you hate on this song?
I love their little cameo.
know.
They're so cute. I love like the different levels of his voice for the song.
Yeah.
Is so good. It goes like falsetto.
When he hits his falsetto, it's so impressive.
and even just when he says enemy.
Yeah. So talented. His voice is like so raw too. Oh, this part is so good too. Shit makes me want to cry. Why everything make me want to cry?
Scene of season 1 is probably going to be an important scene, and it was this beautiful montage, and they had tempted up with this like stunning David Bowie song, and they're like, you know, Alex, could you write us a song that fills this moment? And you're like, sure, I'm gonna have a panic attack first. I'm gonna go see my therapist, and then as soon as I center myself, try and write a song that lives up to that moment.
These people are insane.
So good. I just picture the missile in the air.
Chills.
Crying.
I know. I know. Shit.
The difficulty with that was writing a song that's structured properly, because Jinx fires this rocket at first,
Damn, she's crying, Shimmer.
which
I
is
didn't realize
a beautiful
that.
moment as it soars across the sky. And I wasn't at the point in the song that something that big was supposed to happen yet. So we had to like figure out how to write almost like a bridge section that is this rocket blast moment before we get back to the second verse and before we continue the song.
Wow. That's how they construct the song.
It's so beautiful.
Christian would give us feedback. Okay, which artists do we want to have sing this?
Wow.
Oh, Sting? I was just about to say,
Wow.
what? Wow.
Sting was at the top of our list. I
Bro.
mean,
This is
it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
convenient to be like, oh, we'd love to have Sting. Like, oh yeah, would you? But we had him there, and we were able to talk to him about it and get him into it and show him the sequence,
Wow.
and he was just really generous, and it did exactly what we had hoped, which is just elevate it into this
Amazing.
moment that is kind of above everything else. Like when you hear Sting's voice enter, you're just like, is that Sting?
That's so cool. I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, this was at the Game Awards.
Wow.
You know, it's funny because you work on these moments for so long until you actually, like, and you think, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. But you just don't quite know until you actually see everything done. And you just have that
whole
feeling for
picture.
like 2 or 3 years where you go, I think it's going to be amazing, but I'm not quite sure. And you just kind of have to wait because you just, you know, does the music come together? Does it have that kind of magical touch? You know, like, does the storytelling come together? Does the acting kind of come together?
I'm curious to see how it will go when this show hits all the platforms so people can watch it and it's released, and how it'll
Look at
go
it now.
Yeah.
for our League audience, you know, and also kind of
Insane.
like general audience. A League audience, they will certainly tell us how they feel. Emotion, but all I really hear is just the. It's pretty scary to know that you're working on something that really cannot fail. You
You
know?
did an amazing job. The fact that like
And so,
League
much
fans
option.
and
I mean,
general fans
so
completely
much
love
you
this
question everything.
So much pressure.
the show. It's so hard to adapt things.
Oh yeah, that was
Wow,
literally
that was our new
my
favorite
one for sure. Yeah, I think that was the longest part so far. I think it was like 30 minutes or 29 minutes and 12 seconds, but went by the quickest, and we were so drawn into it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think it's because you and I are such music heads and we just love production and we really love a good score.
And I
And
think it's very interesting to see like what artists they choose.
Yeah.
Like the background behind it and how long they took.
and just putting everything together,
Yeah.
it's so difficult.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really cool to see like even like the commitment that Imagine Dragons has because you can tell that they're big fans of League.
Yeah,
so
that's
they've been
dope.
working with Riot for a long time.
Right.
And I feel like they're even putting even more passion into the songs for Arcane because they're
They
already
love
big
it so
fans.
much.
That was
Because
dope
you have a
that
love
the
for them.
lead singer of Imagine Dragons plays
Vi.
I wanted to hear like the rest of the band who they
I know,
played,
but they probably like, or yeah, maybe they switch around, but they didn't say anything, huh?
Yeah.
I get so emotional when I hear the music because
Yeah.
it brings you back, because the music is so good, and then it brings you back to the moment of the show where that song was playing, and you just get emotional from it.
Yeah.
So effing good, man.
The
Like,
Big Miller song is so good.
good. I'm so excited to see what artists they have for season two now.
I know.
So if they
I've been
even
hearing some rumors.
Yeah?
And I'm excited to see who's going to be on it. It has to be big artists.
Yeah, that'll be sick. I mean, they already have all the proof and evidence of how good season 1 was. So
Right.
I can only imagine the pressure that they feel for season 2.
Oh yeah.
So
Like what he said at the end, Christian, he was saying like they had so much pressure to make the show so good because of how crazy the League fans are. Like, this is the first show that I've known that everyone loved the show.
yeah,
Like,
everyone's on the same boat.
Yeah.
And so we've been through the Harry Potter cult, we've been through the Avatar cult, so we've been through a good amount of like pretty big
and
fan
there's
bases.
haters. There's like, why are you watching this?
Always, all the
Yeah.
time. But Arcane Arcane/League of Legends has definitely had the most positive
For sure.
fan base.
I
so
had
far.
yet to see someone talk
Me
shit
too.
about
I
the
know.
show.
I mean, sometimes we'll get people that troll us, but they're more like trolling and they're not really.
They're making fun of us.
Yeah, they're
but not
making
the
fun
show.
of us, but they're not making fun of the show.
Yeah.
Almost 100% of the fans like really love everything.
Yeah.
If they have to like hate on something, it's probably just being nitpicky about certain characters. But
Yeah,
it's
but
a
I just
really
I
good
just love
consensus.
how Arcane's able to do every genre of music. Like,
yeah,
the classical rap,
to rap,
like
yeah.
very
Pop.
poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Same brain. Jinx.
Yeah, facts. So I'm excited for like what the next soundtrack will be for
Yeah,
season
I'm
2.
so excited.
And what
I love
artists they
music.
bring on. Yeah. So all right, should we jump
Yeah,
into the
let's
last?
get into the last
final part.
Part 5.
Let us know in the comments if you think Drake has a BBL.
That is a yes. I'll give you the world if you prove you can take it. Oh.
Who said that? Who said that? Do you remember?
Soko? Why is that all his quotes?
I feel like I know.
Damn. Where was this at? In LA?
Oh.
Damn. Oh, and they put the Jinx graffiti
When
on
Arcane
it.
goes out, we will get death threats. Doesn't matter if we win
Death
every
threats.
award in the world.
True.
We will inevitably piss someone off who really loves whichever character is in Arcane, and they will
Damn.
want to murder us.
League fans are toxic.
I know.
I love it, but I'm still anxious, right? We're 2 to 3 weeks to the launch, so maybe I'm completely fooling myself and it's gonna flop.
Let's have a look at that trailer for Riot Games' upcoming animated series.
So, it's like League of Legends Christmas right now?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, these are all the
here comes all the
reaction
reactors?
channels. That's sick.
That's sick. Hopefully we can get on there.
As good as that trailer is.
Oftentimes the question is like, how do you make something good? How do you know it's good?
Hopefully we succeeded in the biggest thing, which was
Oh,
making
shit.
League of Legends fans proud of their investment into the IP.
Oh.
Jinx framed against this beautiful stained glass that was probably once like colorful and cheerful and happy.
The fact that somebody can make an hour-long reaction video off of like the smallest teasers that we've made is impressive.
Let's have a closer look at this bit of animation because they're doing doubling. They're taking the character model and copying it, gun barrel here, gun barrel here, gun barrel here, which is a technique that's stolen directly from 2D animation.
We dissected it like every
We can
frame,
never
like, it was
dissect.
spot on most of the time.
Yeah, because a lot of animators
Wow.
react to
Yeah.
Arcane.
I mean, I can't imagine how much of those are going to exist after we've released a whole season of Arcane,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what everybody's going to say and what everybody's going to do
Oh
and think
my
about
god,
it.
look at that art. Holy shit.
It's
The
not just
Roxy.
a story or a project that goes out, and if you don't like it, c'est la vie. It's like, no, it has to be good because
What?
it's this thing that our audience cares about so much, that we care about so much.
I can't believe we didn't notice any of this.
Well, we didn't even know about Arcane.
Yeah.
We better notice some of this year.
Yeah. We gave it our best shot.
They gave it all their shot.
They gave it everything.
They'll be Atmos. That'd be sick to watch it.
Yeah.
The music would probably sound crazy in there.
Oh, yeah. I need a blunt.
I have
You're in the
never
studio.
worked on animation before this project, which I actually always thought was a detriment, but I was recently told that that was actually something they were looking for, so I was like, oh, good.
So
the
Andy
sound
is the
effects.
sound effects mixer.
I love the
so
sound
all the cool
design
design, the weapons.
The sound is what I think really
I really
connects
appreciated that from the show. The
Like, they
sound
don't
design
realize
was
it.
amazing.
Same thing
Yeah.
with music. Music is kind of like a universal language.
I love how the hex core,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
marble,
nice.
like the sound
Or
of
even
that.
like Savika's arm.
Yeah, yeah.
The goal is clarity in the end. You know, it's supposed to be like not noticed in a way. You know, if it's noticed, maybe it's done, you know, it's done wrong because it's like scenes are believable when people believe that they're in them.
Sorry, my watch went off. Totally ruined your soundbite, dude.
Kind of.
Some shit I would do and you get so mad at me.
We should have
Yeah.
had shirts that said Sound Bros.
Arcane Sound Bros.
So true. They're probably filming all this in like 2020, huh? That's why everyone's wearing masks.
Sound design, when you're working in animation, you're working completely from scratch for everything.
And a lot of times it's easy to just kind of do the bare minimum of what's needed for the scene because that's just sort of the aesthetic.
Brad and I's
Should sound crazy in my headphones.
I know, that's why I
At
turned
first
mine
I was
up.
like, holy shit. Thought something was behind us.
to help sell a believable story.
Like that part,
everything.
So good.
You can tell they put a lot
Beautiful.
into the sound design.
Yeah.
To kind of answer for his unsanctioned research. And that scene just did not work for me in the animatics and everything. And I looked at this script page and I was like, no, these are the right words. Like we're saying the right things. The animation looked great. I was like, what is the problem?
The sound.
The sound. Okay, so
It was reckless.
But to sell the sheer mass of this room, you know, you add.
Apparently, he plays a lot of voice lines in League 2. Like a lot
Oh,
of the
really?
characters.
Oh, cool.
The second there was that like feeling of the words just expanding into this eerie space.
Yeah. You can
It
hear
felt
the
like
echo.
every word just mattered so much more, you know? And that was the first time that scene really worked for me.
So I just love how they keep trying to perfect it.
Yeah.
Bee Gees, backgrounds. You know, backgrounds are, you know, what world is this character in? What's happening around them? What could be happening around them?
Progress Day.
Yeah.
I heard those sounds.
Crickets. Jeez. Wow.
What?
We
They're
try to go out almost
so
every,
crazy.
At least once a week or on the weekends. I'm constantly recording. The engine had this kind of repetitive.
Wow.
I was like, that's basically the industrial zone.
Insane.
You know, steam releases are cool little air compressor bursts pitched down.
What? That detail is insane.
And then the Foley is really that next layer, right? Creating this whole level of realism.
For animation, it's huge.
The Foley crew was
Foley?
our good buddies at One Step Up. Dan O'Connell, John Cucci, totally crushed it. Each one of these tracks
Is his name John Cucci?
I didn't know you were gonna say something.
It's a crazy name.
Footsteps,
Oh.
props, which is kind of like, this is a prop when you set it on the table.
That's what really drew me in the first episode. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like the animation and the sound design.
And the sound. Yeah.
That buckle makes a sound.
Yeah. You're so right. That's such a gaming thing. Just straight only.
You know, Dan and John, and what they
Sound.
did is like, their stuff is always 90% there and it fits in and it's great. But sometimes you need to embellish it.
Oh, yeah.
The Foley on its own, it doesn't do what you need it to do, and it doesn't have that realism in the
That
texture that you
warping
need from like
noise?
something that's real. So together,
This might be my favorite new episode.
Yeah. Just keeps getting better and better.
There was a lot of organic recordings and thought that went into sounds that came from the natural world.
Oh my god. Welding metal.
But I took that and sampled it out.
Oh, cool.
What?
50 cal bullet.
Oh. I would have so much fun.
This is so sick.
Got a lot of weird shit.
For me, the biggest thing was the magic,
Oh,
the
yeah.
core, and this is like the beginning and the origin of magic of League of Legends. Like creating something that tonally sounded new and was the beginning, and it had to progress through the whole season. You know, I took some time and recorded some wine
People
glasses.
always do that.
So this is pitched up and then thrown through a tremolator.
Oh.
And then it's also thrown through a Doppler. And then Brad messing with a bunch of different synthesizers and like a chimey tonal thing with a choir. Kind of has both sounds intertwined into it.
That's where they got that sound from?
Holy shit.
and then, like
That
shimmer,
made that
like the
scene
whole
so
shimmer
cool.
thing.
Yeah.
The biggest player in the shimmer is actually, that's your voice.
Oh.
What?
Would that be hilarious if that's just how we talk?
How can he shriek like that?
I feel like I can't even do that.
Recording a ton of that
Can I
stuff
do that?
just kind of gave us this like weird palette of stuff to play with. You know, running it through an impulse response.
Oh my god.
What? Dude, that is so crazy. There's so many layers to the sound
Yeah.
design. They're probably adding so much, and
Oh, for sure.
for every little part that's moving.
Knowing that the show is going out in November, really, I think it won't be real to me until it actually goes out into the world. And right now, the thing that keeps me up at night is trying to make sure that the next season doesn't disappoint.
Yep.
The big hope, I guess, with this trip to Fortiche is to lock down the final episodes of season 2.
Oh my god.
The end that I won't talk about very much is one that is complex.
Oh, damn.
Jeez.
You can remove also the...
There's one thing about the ending that is new. We're like, oh, that's sort of the same beat we had in 206. Okay, that was sort of the thing we were hinging this whole episode around, and now it's not there anymore, so let's just
She's a
redo
great
the whole
writer.
thing.
I like her episodes.
Damn, this is how far back they were thinking about season 2.
Yeah.
We want to murder this baby with our bathwater.
Is that suggesting that we are filling it with more bathwater right now?
A lot of bathwater.
We're not dumping out the bathwater, we're adding bathwater. The baby is steadily drowning.
I'm circling the exact location of the problem, because when you say this is a little blurry or there is a bug here, sometimes it's difficult to just spot the right place and the right frame. Shard behind the glass, but the glass is transparent, so we have to see it, so it's a problem.
Final director
Fortiche
review.
and Arnaud and Pascal, I really, really, really trust them.
D'accord, ok. Non, je crois que c'est ça.
Their heart's in the right place, you know, like you just know that they're always gonna err on the side of quality and passion.
Started wrapping up last minute tweaky.
Notes all make sense?
Yeah.
People always say, oh, when you work on something, you leave a piece of yourself. In this case, it's just like, it definitely took a chunk out of me.
Oh, I'm sure. I feel like they're all stressed.
I think the best thing that I could somehow do and hopefully add some value is make stuff where we ask relevant questions and where we can show people different perspectives.
I am the monster you created.
Well, for Vi and for Jinx, the central question is, can you ever forgive a monster?
Holy shit.
What could have been?
very dramatic pause.
Yeah.
And hitting the glass.
Oh yeah, Mama Darda for sure dead. No way she can survive that.
I hope not.
That should look like it went straight to her. Now we're done. Pyramids of Giza?
It's going to be the first media product in the history of the world to launch everywhere, including China, at the same time. And we got Netflix and Amazon to actually partner because we're live streaming on Twitch and enabling our players to restream it. Like crazy shit you'd only do at Riot ever that no one's ever done before.
They went all out for this show. I love it. Is this the premiere? Damn, that gemstone. Yeah, I think it's a premiere.
And Christian, link to the premiere stage. How many things have you spent 6 years on one project for in your life? One single thing have you spent 6 years for before?
Nice, crispy outfit.
Marriage? Yeah.
There you go.
Marriage.
We're putting on the suit jacket. Okay, I'm not putting on trousers though. That's where I draw the line.
How funny.
If I was somebody who was actually there, I would hate being followed by a robot. That being said, as the robot, I have no problems putting somebody into a vaguely uncomfortable situation.
I watched all your videos.
I'm a huge fan of your stuff, believe it or not.
I mean, the dream and the
Damn.
hope was always
that
League was the start of so much more.
But, you know, fan expectations only go up, and
they're
high.
So we hope to deliver.
God damn, this guy's crispy.
I've had a long
Look at that
association
trench
with
coat.
Rug because I played Braum in League of Legends.
Wait, you're Braum?
I'm Braum.
Oh my god!
Hulk is the strongest master.
I need to remember that champion name.
Look, it's like the anticipation
Oh,
of the
and he
fans.
does Dander.
You can feel it. It's like tangible, even on the
I
internet.
can hear
you
it.
just feel it.
My agent sent me out for it, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool, you know."
Oh, that's Echo's
black
voice.
Kid, he's a scientist.
Yeah.
He's super sick, you know.
I can hear
and
it.
then when I got in, I was like, "Oh, this is a lot bigger than I thought."
Oh, there she
go,
is.
finally.
You're so cute. This is the first time they meet.
Oh, really?
I'm sure you've been to a lot of premieres. This is much different, right, than most?
It's a lot cooler than most, I gotta say. Okay.
Riot's doing it right.
This
Their
is
suit, too.
the production value, this is like so incredible.
You're so cute.
Yeah.
Well, how
Yeah,
do you
that's
approach
crazy.
this challenge?
Yeah, I don't know. I
They got
think the
it. The
universal
lights on the
themes
wall.
of hating someone you love and loving someone you hate.
Damn,
is
she's
just
fire
very-
too. That's how we should show up. I'll wear a suit like that. You wear a dress like that.
Finally, now actually it's out, and anyone tonight across the world can turn on Netflix and watch it. That makes me really happy.
Oh, this is
It's a weird
serious.
feeling.
I always imagine him with blonde hair.
I think I'm gonna be too afraid to really see what the reactions are. I think I'm just gonna watch it, and then I'm just not gonna look online
Yeah.
for as long as I can. All I can safely assume is that the League audience is gonna be unmerciful.
It's a good way to look at it.
Whichever way that goes, you know. If they
Damn.
love it,
The
they will
League fans
probably
instilling
send me
fear in
baskets
him.
of food. If they hate it, they will send me baskets of shit.
The first episode is so good too.
Wow. Imagine I'm watching this in this environment.
Did they watch the whole season? No way they watch all 9 hours though.
That was episode 3 I just saw.
Yeah. Maybe just glimpses.
When Christian sent me the first cut of the last 5 minutes of episode 3, I bawled. I ugly cried.
Thank you.
I didn't ugly
It was
cry in
just-
episode. I ugly cried in
He just ugly cried.
Sorry, I didn't think about it.
Damn. He's so passionate about it.
He's probably just seeing
Oh.
he's probably seeing dollar signs. Just saying.
I mean, seeing his characters
Yeah.
come to life.
Yeah.
Like the emotional pull.
Yeah.
So many people work so
Everything.
hard trying to do justice to people's expectations, and they're doing it because of this love, and sense of responsibility to not let players down. Just makes us incredibly proud.
Their body
to
language is
see,
so good.
the reactions and see those things.
So they watched the first 3 episodes?
Yeah,
there?
maybe the first 3. So it was like a 3-hour premiere.
So the first act.
Yeah.
Hundreds of people worked on it to bring it together, not to mention the thousands of rioters that built the IP that we were then able to translate into this. So the feeling that we really wanted people to have is that we handled that IP with care and love.
Love you, man. Oh, dude, I'm so happy with it, bro. How do you feel?
I haven't looked at my phone at all today. So I'm going on the assumption that Everyone hates the show and we're canceled,
No
and this is the last night of joy we're going to have in our lives.
Oh, that's cool. Fire.
Reviews or anything. No, I haven't touched my phone, and since I sat down, I don't want to see them.
You don't even want to. You're like,
You're gonna make.
That must be so nerve-wracking to work on a show for that many years, finally have it come out.
Well.
My expectations were like, it's gonna be good. But after the finale, what a fool I was. It was so brilliant.
Today we're taking a look at the new Netflix show Arcane, and I want to just start by saying...
Oh, that's a penguin.
Oh my god.
They really got
Let's go.
reactors on here.
That's cool. That is sick, huh? Damn, he is ugly crying.
I don't know, I'm so overwhelmed. Mainly gratitude.
I feel you, man. That's how I'd be crying.
I'm so proud of what this team, like the excellence so exceeded my expectations, and I know very well how ridiculous this climb was.
He was so hesitant in the beginning.
I literally said to him, I remember I said to him,
He's
if it goes down,
shook about how it turned out.
I literally said, you can have my job. Like,
This shit makes you want to work at Riot.
I was at dinner recently with the directors of Fortiche, and they said they're very happy right now because when they got into this industry, they really wanted to create something to be history of the animation world. And they were smiling and they were saying, it's such a relief that after 6 years now, they feel like they know they worked on something that is part of animation history. If anything, we've crafted something that pushes the animation world forward by a significant margin.
He's so humble too. I feel like if I was in his position, I'd be like, oh, I'm shitting on everyone. He's so good. He really is humble.
It's nice getting above it all, huh?
Yeah.
The fact that we can spend 5 hours in just Piltover and Zon, and then do it again in a second season before we start to zoom out of this one little corner of the world.
Oh my god, guys.
And we still need more of Piltover and Zon. I still feel like we need
Alex
more.
made a comment to me last night. He's like, I could see myself telling stories in this universe for the next 30 years.
Dude,
Holy
that would
shit.
be so epic.
So much IP in there.
And you know they want to perfect it before it comes out. They're just not going to make a bunch of trash like
DC
Marvel and just release it.
You can't not be proud of what they did. So, yeah.
Let's go.
The other blessing and a curse for me and Alex is like we're never satisfied and we always want it to be better. So no matter how much you think you might know about what's coming in season 2, there's always going to be tons
I'm
of new
ready for
stuff
all
to
of
discover.
it.
I think people are going to be really excited about what they find.
Let's go!
The reason why I joined Riot is because I liked playing the game. I loved it. I think when Alex and I were starting to talk about making something like Arcane, we just thought that this should exist because we want to watch it. We love these characters. We love these worlds. I think maybe my favorite thing above all of Arcane is that I am very confident in saying that there's many people who work on Arcane right now that feel like they're working on the most important thing of their lives, like their careers. I feel like people feel like they're challenged, they're working on something that's going to matter, they're going to look back to and say, yes, like that's a proud moment of my life and I'm happy I worked on it. And that to me is probably the most important thing.
Damn.
That's awesome.
That's exactly what you want.
This guy's it. This guy is...
Yeah, he's it. He's
MVP.
him.
He's him.
He is him. Oh.
So good, guys.
Epic.
That was so dope. 10 out of 10,
10
guys.
out of 10. That was the best docu-series, documentary of any type of background, I guess, show or movie or anything, right?
It was really well produced. And I think because we were so into Arcane that we really wanted to know every little work that was putting into the show.
Yeah, the details. Everything. Like, I love how it was a 5-part series too. Usually you only get, what was that, five parts, and each part was like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
so
pretty
that was
long.
literally like 2.5 hours of extra material.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. So that was really,
it went by really fast.
Really fast. And then for the fact that they just published on their YouTube channel is really cool too. Just like they want to keep giving out free content. I feel like they're really meant for creators and for the audience. Like you can tell they really care about their fan base.
Yeah, because they put a lot of reactors on here and a lot of people who
Yeah.
reacted to the show.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That gives us hope. That
I
gives
really
us hope.
like that ending where they had the whole premiere.
Yeah.
And everyone clapping at the end, telling
crying.
Christian like how great of a job he did.
Yeah.
That must have been so satisfying for him.
Oh, for sure. Because like you said, you could tell that they put all their heart and soul into this
6
series.
years of hard work.
Oh my gosh. And they've already, obviously, I mean, season 2 is coming up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I cannot wait. They really hyped that up.
When did
for
they
season
publish
2.
this? They published this
a year ago?
Only a year ago. Really?
Wow. A lot of people have been telling me too, like this is just a little snippet of what Runeterra is.
Oh my gosh.
And I like how they put that in the doc because I'm just so hyped to see like what other stories that they can make for the show.
Yeah, I mean, certainly they're sitting on a gold mine of IP. You know, like all the IP is already
and you can tell they're not money hungry and we're like they just want to produce as much content as much as possible, like
Marvel,
like
DC.
With Arcane and Runeterra, like they really, really care about every
Yeah.
character and they want to expand on it.
Right.
And every detail is important.
Yeah, I'm excited for them to expand more after, because it sounds like they're going to be done with Arcane. I mean, this part, or not Arcane.
Season 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone had said it in the comments too, saying that they're only going to do 2 seasons and they're going to move on to the next section of.
Oh yeah, right.
Runeterra.
I don't think that's confirmed yet.
Yeah, it's not confirmed. It's definitely speculation.
Yeah, Jinx and Vi's story, like how much more can you milk?
And then not even just that, you have to really think about like the scalability of it. If it takes this long for them to do, 6 years to make the first season, obviously they were able to
make season 2 faster.
Maybe make season 2 faster.
But they want to use their time wisely and expand on the other worlds.
Exactly.
And I don't see it as they're stopping here at Piltover and Dawn. They just want to expand with the other worlds and then connect them somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they'll connect it. So maybe like the next
I'm excited for
the next region will be about Noxus. That would be nuts. That would be really cool. But this was amazing. This was the best use of our time, and this, was kind of like little mini movies.
Yeah.
Every part, right?
Yeah.
So really cool.
Definitely worth watching.
Absolutely. So anyway, any other final closing thoughts?
No. I think from here on out, we're going to start reacting to League of Legends stuff.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. We're going to be reacting to like a lot of the music videos that Riot's produced, cinematics, trailers, and
Yeah, if you have any suggestions or comments, like let us know in the comments below, so that way we can like take a look at it and just, I don't know, we're definitely going through a crazy League binge right now. So, but we do have a busy month coming up, and our schedule is pretty packed. So we are trying to put in a little bit of nuggets here and there.
Because we want to, and we actually want to know more about the world.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. We'll see you in the next Arcane video.
See you guys.
See ya.